Hi there, welcome to Test Drive Diecast. Tonight I'm going to be doing a review of a fairly old model. It's of a Bburago Renault 14 and the scale is 1 to 24th. This might be a car that the younger viewers may never have heard of. This was produced by Renault between 1976 I think and 1983, and at the time models of it were fairly uncommon. This is not an easy model to find in the UK. I've actually got two ones a repaint, and this is how it would have looked originally. The only other model I've got is a recently made 1/43rd scale model, so I was quite excited to receive this particular model from a collector friend of mine in a trade. There's no way I was ever going to be able to get hold of one myself. So we'll just have a quick look at the car. There's not a lot to it, so it'll be a fairly short review. But some of you may be interested to see it. Start at the front as always. Bburago always did have basic details, but they got, if you know what I mean, the right details in place. So here we've got nice grey bumpers, which should be accurate for the real car, separate grille, lights, and I don't know if the camera is actually picking that up or not. There's actually a chrome surround right the way around there. To the side, standard Bburago yellow wheels for the time. One of the things that always kind of irritated me about Bburago models was that they kept putting stickers all over them. So I would have rather just had a plain yellow Renault 14, but Bburago always insist on putting rally stickers over them. However, looking back now, that's part of the retro appeal of the model, and you know, obviously I'm not going to take them off now. Captures the profile of the car very well indeed. I myself remember these cars quite well. Were very rot prone, didn't last long in the UK climate, and are now virtually extinct in this country, and I think they're even rare in France. Round to the back, black middle panel, which I do as a feature of the cars I remember. Rear lights, grey bumpers, and we've got the Renault badge just there. Let's try and focus in on that. The camera's not really picking it up, you can just about make it out. It says Renault 14 TL. Looking at the interior, quite a good representation of the dashboard. Bburagos of this era all had the same steering wheel and gear stick, which invariably snapped off. It's a miracle that this particular one has survived. It's probably been quite well looked after. Only has opening doors, very basic model indeed. Underneath, it's unusual in that it's got a grey silver chassis. Most of the models had just simple black plastic. It's a very chunky and crude model, but for me that's part of its appeal. It's part of the appeal for me, for all Bburago cars, and I've heard other people say that as well. Cars of this era where they were chunky and crude, but for me the more crude it is the better. Another feature of Bburagos were that all these bits would usually fall off, whereas the actual body shell was completely indestructible. I'm ashamed to say I did try and squash a few of them in vices to give that accident effect looked over the years, but never succeeded. Very, very tough metal. This is one of my favourite Bburagos. I've always wanted this one as a kid. Always liked the real car. It's only last year that I managed to get a hold of this one, so this one I won't be parting with either. And as I say, I've got a green one as well, which was repainted. If you keep an eye out, I'll be doing more reviews of similar Bburago cars if that's your thing. Any more questions, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thanks, bye.